Are women better than men? This is where I stand on it. Or maybe, are men better than women? Again, I have my own thing, but and wait till the end of this. And at the end of this, tell me in the comments and I will see. Please tell me in the comments, don't just dislike this video or anything like that. If I'm doing something bad, then tell me in the comments if you can. Please. So, are men better than women? Or are women better than men? Let's look at some facts here. This is solid physical differences between men and women, if you want to get physical with it. Men and women, men and women differ in countless ways, many of which they aren't even considerate of. Here are just a few of the differences. Just a few. There's a lot more. Women have greater vitality. More than 140 male babies are conceived for every 100 females. That's big. It's so males are male or female genes. I would guess that males are very slightly a more dominant gene based on what they said here. Men have higher ability to okay, men are better at seeing what a disease is. I think that's what that word means. I looked it up and I still don't know. Except for women related stuff like breast cancer and all that women stuff. I don't know. But men have higher rate of metabolism than women. Just a fact. But the sexes, this is really important. The sexes differ in skeletal structure. Women having shorter head, blah blah blah, less pronounced chin, shorter legs, larger trunk. First, the first woman's hand is usually large. The first finger on a woman's hand is usually larger than the third finger. If you see, I'm a man. At least I think I'm a man. Wait. Oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Yep, I'm a man. Or is usually than the third. With men, reverse is 2. Well, it's about the same. I read it wrong, that's why I was like, no, I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman. Anyway. And boys' teeth last longer than girls. I don't know. Women have larger stomach, kidneys, larger stomach. Larger stomach, kidneys, liver, appendix, and smaller lungs than men, which would make sense because, you know, in track meets, women normally have less more time cut off of the whole thing because men just are physically built better. And for warning, any, like, I personally think that both are the same. They both are good in their own way. But if you want to know what those ways are, I'm trying to show you through facts and everything like that. Women have, yeah, I did that. Forgot about this one, sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. Women's glands work differently than men's, obviously. Women's thyroid is larger, which makes her more prone to Gold. It provides resistance to cold, which some girls out there might be like, what? Resistance to cold? But I always get cold, and like my brother never gets cold or anything like that. I will explain that in a little bit. Actually, this is just something that I know and is associated with smooth skin, thus men having hairy bodies and all that stuff. Plus, a thin layer of subcutaneous fat, which is for personal beauty. I think there's also, I don't think they talk about it if I remember correctly, but there's also, yeah, whatever. I forget it. I mean, I know what it is, but it'll probably be too grossing. I mean, I guess it's not. It's just that women have another layer of skin on their belly so that the baby doesn't, the baby isn't growing up, so that the baby isn't growing up right next to, like, the organs and everything, because that would be weird. Anyway, sorry. Blood cells, more water, fewer red cells, which, if you think of uh, humans, how when they exercise, what actually happens. The reason why you breathe hard is because your body needs oxygen. How do you need oxygen? By taking oxygen in blood cells down your hand, in down your hand, oxygen, whatever it does, gives oxygen to everything, comes back up back into your heart. So women having less blood cells means that they can carry less oxygen to the body. She tires more easily and is more prone to faint. Her, whatever that is, basically she can't run. I mean, like, I don't know. When working day in British factories under wartime conditions was increased from 10 to 12 hours. Accidents among women increased 150%. Accidents among men did not increase significantly. So, other half, in British factories under wartime, I'll highlight it. In British factories under wartime conditions, it was increased 10 to 12 hours. Accidents among women increased from 150%, whereas accidents among men did not increase pretty much at all. Men are 50% more stronger, more used to brute strength. Women's heart beats more rapidly than men. Part of it might be the blood cell count. Ten points lower than men. Female lung capacity is 30% less than males. So that means that males can intake more oxygen. Sorry, I just realized something. Males can intake more oxygen and women cannot. Women can withstand high temperatures better than men because of their metabolism slows less. And some women are like, that's not me. I'll explain why that's not true. Women and men differ in every cell in their body. They carry a different chromosomal pattern. Basically, they're completely different. They range from obvious to extremely suitable. For example, when researchers visit a high school and college campus to study behavior of sexes, they observed that males and females transported even their books in different ways. When young men tended to carry books on their sides with their arm, the young men tended to carry them on their sides with the arms over the top. Girls, by contrast, usually cradled their books in the breasts, in much the same way that would be a baby. That's what I'm going to talk about later. Make sure the recording's still going. Sorry. So what exactly does all this mean? Men and women are not... some women are fighting to be a part of men athletes. And the simple truth is, physically they can't. Men are able to grow muscle faster. They have a different skeletal structure. Women have smaller lungs than men. Men can even hold 30% more than women. So obviously, women and men being in the same thing is not going to work. Now, I do think that women can be in sports, because it's a fun thing to do. But what is all of this facts and all this stuff about the woman body really saying about what a woman is and what a man is? Here's what I'm going to say. Women, and get this, are better for taking care of their kin or their young. Simply, like, if you think about it, where's one of them? They have less lungs, larger stomachs, kidneys, livers, appendix. What was it? I was looking for a very important one. Oh, women are made for. Sorry about that. Women are made for. And I'm sorry that I paused so much. I don't have an editing system and that costs money. And I'm poor. So, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Women can withstand higher temperatures better than men because of metabolism slows down less. And women, but I mean, to men, at least I'm a man, and I see that women are pretty much always like, oh, I'm cold. What it if they are if they can withstand a high temperature better than oh hold on, where was it? That that's not what it provides resistance to cold. Again, sorry, don't have an energy system, otherwise I would edit it all out. Especially some of my more awkward videos. But, provides resistance to cold. What? I was gonna go higher, but then would have been like, because I can't go that high. But, so, what, what it, like, women aren't, like, girls are like, no, that's not true at all. About that, here's the thing. Women can resist cold better than men. But here's why. The men, while all over the body, blood rushes to every part of their body, makes it even all over. And but for women, a lot of the blood rushes to the torso area. Just the front. Just the front. Like you might have like chills down your spine when you're cold or whatever, something like that, but it's just the front. And girls might think, well, why is that? It's because babies need to be in a warm place. I mean, it's just how women are made. They are made to have this area warm because it's the most important part. If this area, I mean, it's important to men, but it's the most important part in terms of, all this stuff. Actually, specifically right here. Right here on the belly. But, well then what? Why would that be? Because women, this is what I mean, it's not what I'm gonna have a baby, because I'm not a girl. But this is where women have babies, and the babies need to stay warm. And for some reason, your body does it 24/7 all your life. So all those times, girls, when you're like, oh, I'm cold, feel your stomach. It's probably warm. I'm guessing, otherwise you actually are cold, and it's um. But sometimes, but that's why women are cold. It's because they don't they don't have enough. Their body isn't working that hard on all their limbs of their body. It's working on this part of their body. Why it is, I don't know. We were just born that way. But that's a little fun fact. And women, you think about it, be honest with me, what's the real reason behind having women having a big chest? It's not for it's not for men's pleasure. Mm-mm. It's so that she can nurse the baby. I mean, it's a natural thing. Women naturally grow out their chest. I won't say the B word, I don't know. Because, like, when they turn 11 or whatever, I don't know when the thing is, they naturally start growing out their chest. Because when a kid comes, the kid's gonna need milk, and the problem with going with 3% milk right away. Well, you could be like, oh, I just want 3% milk. Problem with going with 3% milk is that it's not working. Like, there's more birth defects when you give a kid 3% milk rather than breastfeeding. And there's a big difference. There's a big difference. Why? Because 3% milk is cow milk, meant for calves. Humans need human milk. Ugh, it's becoming way too awkward. Moving on. You get the idea. So then why do men have a lot less more interesting stuff going on there? It's because men are supposed to be fathers. They're supposed to be there for the kids. They're to protect the kids. They're to thus a higher metabolism and thus getting more muscles. Getting more muscles, unless you're like me that sits around all day and does nothing. But men have a higher metabolism, able to get muscles faster, and so men have a higher metabolism because they can grow muscles and defend their kids. Mother's parents is taking care of the kids. A woman's role is to take care of the kids, and a man's role is to protect the kids. And also, not only protect the kids, but provide for the kids. Here's the kicker. Women need to care for the kids, but obviously if they're putting that much time, they're feeding the kid, they're putting it all together and everything, the kid's not gonna be, firstly, they're not gonna have any money because, well, I'll get into that. Anyway, the women won't have time to work. And why is it that men are sent out to work? Well, let's see. Historical, when the working day on British forces under wartime conditions. When working day on British forces under wartime conditions was increased from 10 hours to 12 hours, accidents among women increased 150. The rates among men didn't increase sufficiently. So, when women have to work more, they don't do as well. When men have to work more, they do fine. And that's all going back to cavemen. whenever a woman would be there. I mean, it's in our DNA, it's in our thing. And people are saying like, "Oh, I don't want a kid because I don't think I'll like it." The only way that if you don't like a kid, then it's called a disorder. There's a disorder. It's actually a disorder if you don't like your kid when it's born. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I know for a fact that it's a disorder, and you guys can look it up too. Um, it's a disorder, and it's it's basically a woman sees a kid, and she doesn't like the kid, which is a very common disorder, and it causes anxiety and all this suicide, and I mean it's in her genes, and then it's a I mean it's in her genes, and those people who aren't are classified as having a disorder. But that might not be the full truth of this. Now, before you go off to your parents saying, because I mean, like, some people are like, you don't love me, you have a disorder. No, 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 no. Whenever a parent grounds you, whenever a parent stops you from going out, they do that because they like you, they love you, they physically, in their genes, have to love you. And I don't want to get too far into that. But point is, parents are supposed to love the kids. Women, but men and women love in different ways. Women love and care for the kids. Men, men love and provide for the kids. Going back to cavemen, women would stay back, stoke the fire in the cave or whatever, and men would go out hunting and hunt for food for her and the kid. That's just what happened. And in any other animal, for all you animal people out there who love animals, animal the the mother would stay back and take care of the hens, and the father would go and get food for them. I mean, it's obvious that men and women are not on the same page, but I don't know. Sorry. It's obvious that men and women are not on the same page, but I don't know. Also, while I was looking, I also found this. Women make better decision makers because they're the ones that have to be in charge of the house while the male is gone working or basically l- helping the family. They have to be the ones to run the house. And study finds that women achieve better results when negotiating on behalf of friends. Now, study results on behalf of friends. They women do better at negotiating when they have someone important to negotiate over. They use friends. I could use buddies, pals, cousins, aunts, parents, children. See what I'm getting at? So in the battle between men and women, women who think that they have to live up to men, you don't, because you aren't supposed to. It's not in your bone structure. And so that's it. That's all I got. I don't know anymore. I just wanted to go for it. Go for recording on my computer. Because they suck. And you guys can tell me in the comments. So, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you later.